No, just playing. Welcome back to the episode of One Being Brave. I'm your host, Domo Jones. How you doing? Girl, why is your finger on your face? Hey, y'all. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, girl, you already. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of One Being Brave. Girl, y'all, it is season 8. Girl, okay, calm down. Bring it, cause you lost with your words. Reel it in, and you will win. Bars. All right. This is episode 18. My God. I mean, he'll keep you if you want to be kept. He'll keep you if you want to be kept. And he been keeping. And we just been chugging along. My God, I'm just so grateful for you guys to be here. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. But let's get into the what? House rules. No profanity. It's too many words. Like, it's just too many words in the dictionary. That's just, we just gonna use all the other ones. You feel me? Also, no bashing of race, religion, gender, politics, or sexual preferences. Why? Because from one blood. He made all the nations. All of them. Okay, so what that mean? We can vote. Auntie them, uncle them, grandma them, all y'all invited to the barbecue. And tell them I sent you. Who gonna check for me? Oh, okay. Okay, because I thought, because ain't nobody gonna check for me, boo. And that's on period. Also, this show is called One Being Brave because it represents the 1 billion people of the world that have a disability and or medical condition. Old heads. Catch on quick. Newcomers. Wait. I didn't say that right. Old heads. You already know what's up. Newcomers. Catch on quick. Get you one of us in your circle. I say, and I'm going to keep saying it. Get you one of us in your circle. Child. We top tier. Boom, boom, boom. And then my guest tonight, she just raised the bar 3 more. My God, today. Like, how much more can we? Listen, it's exhausting. It's exhausting how top tier we are. Like, how much higher can we go? It's so tiring. It's just, I be tired. And I know my guests be tired too, because it's like, dang, what more do you want from me? What more do you need? I'm just here, so I won't get fined. Okay. Also, listen with your good ear. You're listening. Either left or right. Listen with your good ear. This show, on this one, I can't speak for it. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But over here, we talk about Jesus Christ. That I don't Dr. Johnson, what I thought? I don't know. I don't know next door, but over here, JC's the way to be. But Jesus Christ is better than white rice. Bars. The King of Kings be doing his thing. Bars. Are y'all catching it? Are y'all, because you feel me? He the number one stunner. He always gonna be. He made the tier. Okay, we just following him. To be honest, he the tier, and we just like, oh, go left. Got you. Say less. Hold. Be right there. Give us a minute because you know we a little slow. We walk slow. I got a walker, so if I'm gonna be right behind you, Jesus, slow it down with your Jesus handles. All right. Also, this show is one of the very few shows that has a hostess with a disability that interviews guests with disabilities and or medical conditions. Oh, heads. Cause y'all already newcomers. Catch on. Lady O, Tyler Perry, Mother Ava DuVernay, and we got one more, Dr. Holly Carter. I'm about to see. All four y'all. It's about to be a supermarket sweep. Y'all remember that show? It's about to be a supermarket sweep in this mud. Lady, I'm coming to the house first. We gonna eat some. We gonna drink some tea. Eat no crumpets because I don't know what's in there, and you know I'm allergic to everything. No crumpets, please. But we're gonna have some tea. Chop it up. Thank you for your time. Take care. God bless. This is gonna be time to go to Dr. Tyler Perry's house. Tyler Perry, listen, sir. I wake up and you have a whole series. You always have something to write about in my life. I blink. 9-part series. There it is. Boom, pound. Thank you, ma'am. You feel me? Thank you for your time. It's gonna be time to get our locks done. Our locks, fella. I'm in chair 1, and Lady Duvernay is in chair 2, chopping it up. It makes sense in my head. And then wait, cause there's more. Thank you for your time. It's gonna be time to go to church. Me and Dr. Holly Carter, after praise and worship, after the word is spoken, we gonna be chopping up in the vestibule, bro. You can't tell me. I don't care what nobody say. You can't tell me that don't sound too legit to quit because it's gonna happen, huh? It's bound to happen, and when it happens, think it not strange. All right, that's my rules. So, as you guys know, on this show, we like to represent. Hi, mom, love you. We like to represent all the awareness ribbons of the world, and also we like to represent the awareness months. So, as you got, girl, you just said that. Why you repeating yourself, child? I just had a V8 energy, so okay, don't say that line no more, no more. Like, don't. Gabe, can you tell us what the representation? Thank you. August is National Wellness Month. And it's not a ribbon, but it's a wellness month. And let me bring it a little further. Wellness is not just physical. Woo. Let's let that marinate. It is mental, spiritual, emotional, all the O's. Okay? Inclusive with physical. So make sure your mind, body, spirit. I mean, it all got to be alignment. Don't just focus on one. Focus on the trifecta. My God. All right. So yeah, cause y'all know I got a story. And on this episode of Domo, girl, you just be doing, girl. You irritating me. That's a segment, girl. You irritate me. Just calm down. So, uh, I last week had a full blown allergic reaction. When I say the side of my face looked like Hitch, what? How? Okay, so this is what happened. Gabe, your time is not now. You do have a episode. You gotta relax. I know you want to be on, but you gotta chill, B. You gotta chill. Okay, so this is what happened. So I sprayed on some perfume that wasn't, it was very cheap. I was going to a doctor's appointment, to be honest, and I just sprayed something. Very first time using it, we just sprayed it, got, right? Okay, so now I didn't end up going to my appointment for whatever reason. And my mom came in my room and she was like, "It's out of your face. It looked a little like why is it swollen?" And I was like, "I don't know. Maybe like it was my bracelet or something. I just scratched my face or something. I don't know. But it was getting a little hot. I ain't gonna cut. It was getting a little toasty on one side. So I was like, let me just take a half a Benadryl because I don't know what it is, and it does look like a little swollen. I don't know what it is, but we just gonna take a half a Benadryl. Okay, cool. So went to the restroom, came back. My mom and my dad were talking to me, and I said, "Y'all can't breathe. Can't breathe at all." Face the blew all the way up, ears ringing, throat started closing. Girl. And so we're trying to figure out what it is because typically I do deal with a lot of allergies. And most of the time, my allergies are from food. So I have to be careful with eating. But I wasn't eating anything abnormal than what I typically eat. So that was a scratch. So I was going down a list of what I did, and it was the perfume. The perfume came down to the common denominator. And my mom sprayed it and she was like, this smell like this has coconut in it. Girl, you know you allergic to coconut. What you do? What you doing? I'm always like, you can't shortchange yourself. Stop. Get rid of this cheap perfume. You can't do that. Had to take 2.5 Benadryl. Golly. But here's the thing. The moral of the story is this. First of all, don't shortchange yourself. That's the story. That's a whole message in itself. Don't shortchange yourself. That's one. And two, at least you guys know. I don't know if this is a nugget or not, but it doesn't matter. At least you guys know that my life is never a dull moment. One. Two, I do live life to the fullest. I don't know how that comes out of it. Okay? Allergic reaction and all. Looking like hitch and all. My life is never a dull moment, and I live life to the fullest. Scare the world. I scare the world. Okay? Because my mom came in here like Dash. She flew in here like Dash. When I said my throat closed, I don't even know how she made it in my room so fast. It was like a blink of an eye. Boom. She was right there. Giving me Benadryl. Child, and we're grateful for her. We're grateful. We're grateful. One of my friends told me that I need to sit down. When I told her the story, she said I need to sit down. And that could be true. But what would life be if I sat down? If I just sat, y'all would be so bored. There would be nothing to talk about. Y'all life would be boring if I just sat down and did nothing. No, you gotta add a little razzle dazzle. A little razzle dazzle. That's all I'm saying. You just gotta just a little, just you gotta keep you on your toes. It builds character. I'm just saying. All right, so that's my story. I'm sticking to it. More of the story, don't shortchange yourself. And don't do it. All right, so super excited about my next guest. I am very, very, very excited, and I am super grateful that because I hit her up in March. Okay, all the way back in March to be scheduled for today, and I am so grateful that she waited out, and she is my guest, and I am so. As you guys know, I don't know anything about my guest story or journey except for I did hear. Wait, because y'all gotta hear it. Y'all gotta hear the story before we get into her story. Y'all gotta hear the story of. Y'all just gotta hear it. All right, so come to the stage, Miss Queeny. Come out, please. Hey, girl.
Hey there!
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
That's what I'm talking about. And we love the shirt and we love the glasses.
Thank you.
Okay, so before we get into your story,
Yeah,
because here's the thing, this was mind boggling to me right before we started the show. Can you please tell? Can you please tell us what you don't say, but where you're from?
I sound like a damn Yankee even though I grew up in the South. I was born in Ohio and grew up in Florida and Virginia. And I sound like a damn Yankee because I don't say my I's and E's and R's and W's. So everyone always says, "Oh, you're from Boston, from there." And I've always wanted to be identified as being from New York, just that New York lady, don't with me energy. And you tagged that for me today, Domo. You are the best.
I promise you, I thought because I heard the R, and I was like, "Oh, you're definitely from New York." She said, "Mm, no, I'm not." What? Ain't no way. That was just amazing to me. All right, so let's get into. First of all, thank you so much for gracing the stage. I really do appreciate it. All right, so let's get into your story. Can you tell us where you're from again for those that forgot, and the name of your disability or medical condition? Thank you,
Um,
Michelle.
thank you. Another person thinking New York. That's awesome. Um, right now I'm living outside of Washington D.C. and I in 1992 was involved in a car crash and have a TBI from that. And it was great timing because it was 6 weeks before college graduation. And then from that, there's other elements of chronic pain and frustrations that I've got going on since then because of that. So, kind of a TBI and chronic pain is what I deal with.
Okay, so for those that don't know, can you tell us what a TBI is?
Traumatic brain injury.
Oh, okay. So let's definitely get into it. So you did mention that thanks, Gabe. I guess I give you a 15 cent back. I guess. I give, but
You can
you're
give
not getting
you
that.
you can give yours back, not mine.
Not yours. Not yours. You get 15 cent. You get 15 cent. So you did mention that you developed this from a brain injury. So I mean from a accident. So can you
Yes.
give us I definitely want to know the journey of how your life was before and then leading up to the accident.
Yeah. Um, I was in college doing the college thing. And for Mother's Day weekend, I was in college in Cleveland, Ohio at Baldwin Wallace University. And for Mother's Day, that senior year in 1992, I decided I would drive home and surprise my mom.
Hmm.
Got all the way home Saturday night, woke up Sunday morning, there's, had Mother's Day, went to bed Sunday night early so I could get up and drive back on Monday. And I made it because I had a class at 11 a.m. And I made it 5 miles from the house before somebody crossed the yellow line and hit me head on.
Head on?
Head on. Ruined a 1977 Chevy Nova, just completely accordioned it.
Oh
And
my God.
I got a helicopter ride to the hospital where I was for 4 weeks inpatient and then 4 weeks in rehab and then out.
Woo! That's a lot.
Yeah, it
So
was.
so did they have to do the jaws of life to get you out?
No, they didn't. I was easier to get out of the car than the other two in the other car. So I got the helicopter, they got the ambulance. I got to go to the better facility. They went to a less good facility and had delayed care as far as in the moment kind of a thing. They didn't get to a high level trauma center for like a day or two,
Mm.
whereas I was there within 2 hours.
Wow. So did they automatically know that you had TBI just from the accident?
A little bit, because of my level of consciousness at the time of
Mhm.
the crash. I have no recall. This is all stories that I've
Yeah, yeah,
been
yeah.
told. But also the steering column came up and met my face and smashed it in.
Oh,
So they know I'd had a blow to the head.
oh my goodness. Woo. Okay, so can you just remind us again how long were you in that facility before you were
I
transferred?
was I was in the hospital for 4 weeks and then I was in a rehab center for 4 weeks.
So when it came down to the rehab center, what exactly were they having you do to kind of retrain your brain if that was the case?
A lot of it was identifying where there were gaps.
Mm.
What does Stephanie have a hard time doing now? What looks strange? I remember a very specific conversation with a psychologist, figuring things out,
Yeah.
asking me to repeat words back and forth and doing
Mm.
stuff. And so he said, pen. And I said, pen. So he said pen, and I said pen. Then I realized I don't say my I's and E's and R's and W's right. Next time he said pen, I said pen, P-E-N, pen, pen, P-I-N, pen. What do you want? It got a little note in the chart for that. But but that was the biggest thing. So finding out what's the difference between me having sloppy handwriting and me not being able to write? What's the difference between me missing a step in a sequence of doing things and me just, oops, that was a mistake. A lot of it was also focused at mobility because I had fractured one leg, one ankle, and that was still in a cast. And the other leg had been surgically modified. My calf muscle has been changed. I only have half of my calf muscle because they had to patch up a hole in the front of my leg.
Whoa.
So okay, so I was my good leg was half good.
Right.
And my bad leg was in a cast.
Oh my God. So I think you kind of like vaguely mentioned it, but someone asked, did you have any surgery?
I had lots of surgery. The ankle bone was cracked off, and so I have pins in my ankle. I have pins in my tibia. Yeah, like cracked. And then something pulled all the skin off of a spot on the front of my shin, on the front of my left leg. So the plastic surgeon who was on call that day or that night had just seen something about how you can do a flap of taking the gastroc muscle from your calf, pin it around on the front and patch up holes and then just do a skin graft over it, which would be less traumatic to me, who had just been in a car crash, than taking some muscle out of my abdomen or someplace else. So I got the latest, greatest, and amazing. And so that was great. And then my entire face had been smashed in. My jaw got wired shut. And aside from those surgeries, I didn't have to have any other additional follow-up surgeries from that, aside from replacing teeth with implant teeth. And I did one further surgery on my eye socket so that my eye wasn't quite as displaced as it had been. And that would help with the double vision being reduced.
Oh,
I know, it's a lot.
I mean, well, here's the thing. Yes, it is a lot. But in this lot, I'm just looking at you like, where? When? Because all the things that you're telling me, I just don't see. And this is coming from someone that deals with disabilities too. So I'm not just saying like, oh, you don't look sick. But I just always am amazed. Oh my goodness. Woo. Wow. Wow.
And then it's harder to see on the eyes, but this one is a little more flattened, and that that eyelid droops more because it's sunk back a little bit more. And then this corner of my mouth is a little bit numb from all the scars down here. I don't know if you can.
I can see it vaguely. I can see it. It's very vague. But so with all the procedures and everything and all the rehabilitation that you had to go through, how long was that to kind of get back to at least some type of mobility?
Mobility wasn't my challenge. More of my challenge has been with the head injury, as far as picking up on social cues and communicating and regulating emotions. And so not being as reactive and triggered by things, I had an amazing anger response that was so honed. I was worse than a Karen, because a Karen just asked for anything. I had gone straight through everybody, straight to the manager.
Wow.
So refining a lot of that and learning a lot of cognitive behavioral techniques from a therapist that I saw for at least 18 years,
Wow.
something like that. And the biggest part being learning that while academically I'm smart and I've got it and I can do it, I need more time than what others need to complete tasks. I need more time. That's not as, it kind of shows up in ADHD people too, that they need more time. And that shows up in me with the executive functioning damage and injury with the frontal lobe damage that I got.
Yeah. Okay, so
So
I
it
want to talk
looks
about
like
that.
those things. I'm sorry?
No, it's okay. I want to talk about that because a lot of people don't know, or I'll say I don't want to speak for everybody. For
Yeah.
myself, I just want to see like what that actually looks like. So when you say that you need more time, like can you give us like either one or two examples of like the actual instances of
Yeah.
where someone is short on time where you need a little bit more time?
I think as far as a specific in that way, it's hard to find, but I guess the biggest example of needing time within a structure of how other people work in institutions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, After my car crash, I was able to finish my college degree and get a whole bunch of other prerequisites done to get into a physical therapy program. And I was admitted to a physical therapy program because I'm smart enough, I'm bright enough, I can do the work, and I had
Right.
done the work.
Right.
But the pace of the program was something that was getting beyond my capacity to handle. Not the knowledge of the program, just I needed a break. I needed to take some time to settle out. And the PT program, even though I was 3/4 of the way through it, couldn't flex for me so that I could find some downtime and finish the program by whatever arrangement kind of a thing. So they kicked me out.
Wow.
I was real close to having a career and everything set up, and then they just said no. And if I wanted to go back to that, I would have to start over from day one.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot.
So that's more of an example of where the way I function and do things takes more time. The same way that grandma sitting at the table takes more time to get up from the table. She takes more
Yeah.
time to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's not wrong or bad that she does it that way, but just different. And so
Yeah.
in the amount of time that some people can get work accomplished, I need more. And it's not this means this means that, this means that, because that would make life and disability in medicine way too easy.
Right. Right.
Because then they could actually give us answers.
Yeah.
And
Very true. And we know
so it's a
that's
map.
far. We definitely know that that's far. So when it came to learning this new way of how you have to do life, how did you learn how your life is how did you learn how to function with your life when it came to getting things done and not being um waved by others, by
Yeah.
other noise, other people trying to tell you how you need to function?
Yeah. It's taken a really long time. And some of my family members still don't get it. Um, it was about 2002, 2003, so about 10 years after the crash, that I had really had enough failure of that's not working, you're going to get fired, you got fired from that job, or this isn't working, let's try something different. That's not working for you, let's do something different. that I decided I would go to massage school.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was very similar to the PT background that I had. So I figured it would be easy. And I knew that as a massage therapist, I could work for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So if I woke up on a day that it was just a brain fog day, I could take my time. All I had to do was show up for the clients. There was no work to take home or projects to fix. Now, as a small business person in myself, that created other frustrations of, well, are you on top of these other things? And so that's been a process also, but finding how to do things for myself and in my time and in my way.
Yeah.
And it's been a continual process that I've gotten much better with. A lot of it was working with the cognitive behavioral therapist that I had for a long time, of just reframing things, getting the word should out of my vocabulary, not using any language or wording that is finger waggy or onus or blame or shaming about myself.
Yeah.
If I want to drink less soda and I had 2 Cokes today, okay, I can do differently tomorrow.
Right.
I'm not awful
Yeah.
because I
Right.
had 2 Cokes today. I had 2 Cokes today. That's an objective fact. I
Yeah.
can do differently tomorrow.
Right.
And that's an objective fact. And so
Yeah.
keeping things external in that kind of way, a lot of kind of stoic philosophy of I can only control what's inside of me, not what's outside of me, and making my life work my way. I'm a night owl, so I don't get doing anything until 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't schedule things in the morning. I don't get out of the house before noon. That's me. And I've been able to build my life around that. Now, if my situation changed, I'd have to find a way to make that work.
Right.
Or I would find a way to make that situation change. But it's a matter of me making the situation, making me fit into the situation, asking the situation to flex for me.
Yeah.
Instead of demanding the situation cater to me.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody caters to anybody.
Right. No, that's good.
Even the people it looks like are being catered to are not really being catered to.
Right. Yeah. You have to fit into that mode. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a long journey of getting to that, of finding that second best or plan Bs are not the alternative. It's just the route that I'm on. And the route that I'm on is good and worthy.
I like that. That's really good. And that's definitely helpful information to other people that do deal with any type of condition. You have to let it fit you. You can't fit into that mode because our bodies are different. It just is what it is. We live off of alterations. We just do. We don't fit in the ABC. We got an A, 3A, 2A, 2B, B1. That's how we do. So thank you for that. I definitely appreciate it. Hi, Mom Charlotte, love you. So I want to ask, because you did mention a lot about your therapist. So for people that deal with TBI or anything involving the brain, how important to you is your therapist? How has it impacted you so much?
The impact and benefit that I got from the therapist was that there was somebody outside of me that I could tell my stories about my day to, who would be able to say, that's bullshit, that's a wrong interpretation, you're not seeing things, or can you look at that differently, or how could you have responded? So somebody as an external, not a monkey on my shoulder, but somebody else outside of me saying, hey, I understand how and why your brain is functioning because of my academic training. And here you are in a real life situation. Let's look at it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start doing that. It's very important to have somebody else that you can talk to and just say whatever. And like you're saying here, we are all the same. We are all the same in that we are all different, and that there's no good or bad out of all of that. Everything's valid and everything's right and everything's just and everything's good.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to have conflict, but being able to say exactly what's in your head to somebody else, as opposed to holding it and having shame and thinking, well, I have to perform this way for these people, or I'm supposed to perform this way for these people, or I'm supposed to be the good girl for mom, and oh, we're at the orchestra, so I have to behave this way, or oh, I'm at the bar, so I have to behave this way. To be able to say, hey, how can I be me in those situations, and have somebody to talk that through with, instead of just making up more stories upon stories upon stories that I tell,
Right.
and have somebody else be able to say, well, let's check that. Here's this. Go back and try something different, and trying something different, see what happens.
Yeah, I love that. It's definitely for the betterment because it gives you a different perspective, a non-biased perspective, also of understanding.
Yeah.
Us as people that live with disabilities, majority of the time, you may not get us, but just understand. You may not ever deal with anything that we have been through, and you may not have a clue what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But if we have someone that just gets it, that understands that,
But at the same time, we don't understand what's going on with that other person who doesn't understand us.
that is
So
so
we
true.
can scream that we're not understood, we're not understood, we're not understood,
And they're not
exactly to people who we don't understand.
It's true. That's true. That's true. And
Stop
that's
it.
where grace comes in. That's where grace comes in because we don't understand. And that's the beautiful thing about being separate but being one, because everybody's dealing with something. That's the bottom line. That is everyone's bottom line. That's everyone's foundation. Everybody's dealing with something. Now, what we deal with is different. Gabe,
That's another 15 cents.
thank you. Cause what you doing?
He owes
We're
me 30.
we're all dealing with something. That's a foundation. But what we're dealing with is all different. And that's still the beautiful thing because we're all trying to better ourselves. That will forever be. Everybody's just trying to be a little better than they were yesterday. That's it. Come on. Thank you,
Yep.
Mom Charlie. And we love that. Okay, so I definitely want to switch gears just a taste. And I want to get into, because you did mention about your massage therapy. So can we get into, I want to hear all about it. What's the name? What you do? Who you start? I want to hear all the things.
Okay, so you're asking about that little tag down there,
Yes,
uncooperative body
ma'am.
whisperer? Okay. So people with painful bodies have bodies that want to do this thing. And then they have brains that are telling them, but we can do this, but our bodies trying to say things. And so much in the way of a horse whisperer who tames a wild horse because all that horse knows is one thing, to calm the horse down and get them tamed, that they can do the things that they need to do. So the same thing working with people in pain. In the medical system, we've heard deal with it, suck it up, do this, push through it, just listen to your body, all kinds of stuff that hasn't landed for us. So it's a matter of the uncooperative body whisperer talking with somebody who can, with the knowledge of the pain science and what's going on in your body and why your brain's behaving like that, and understanding the realities of days get crappy and days get hard, and it's hard to figure out why sometimes. But being able to step back like the cognitive behavioral therapist and see what, if any, connections are there between those things. So out of the massage training and practice that I had for 17 years of working with people in pain and knowing that if I massage them this way, or if I massage these specific muscles, it makes a big change. Clients would come in complaining about their calves hurting. I wouldn't even touch their calf, and they would walk out feeling great and their calf was better. By knowing what's going on with the body and how the body's functioning. And so addressing the body for its functioning and understanding that.
Yeah.
And knowing that my calf, which is only half of it now, does get tired when I go up and down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So me taking the stairs is something I just don't do.
Mm-hmm.
So I make a change for what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I also know that that calf being like that restricts what kinds of exercises I can do in the gym because of the overload it puts on other muscles.
Right.
So understanding how the one thing is there, but looking back at a larger picture, you see more.
Yeah.
And I like what you said at the beginning as far as top tier and leveling up. And I had talked about it on a live last week that stepping back and looking at things gives you a better picture.
Right.
And there's always the analogy of the elephant and the toenail. And somebody else is holding the ear and somebody else is holding the tail and this and that. But if you step back, you see a bigger picture. Right. But if you step back from an elephant, you still see this great big huge thing looming over you. Mm-hmm. But if you climb up on a giraffe and maybe climb up its neck, you can look down and see patterns and things that are going on and start to see connections and relationships of things. Mm-hmm. Instead of just looking at my arm hurts right here, let's see what else could be contributing to that.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
And so stepping back, and so I got a lot of that science and knowledge and training out of the PT program and out of massage and 17 years of practice. And with the pandemic, I shifted to working online and finding a different way to communicate with people online to help them find relief from the pains that their body creates for them. Yeah. You have chronic pain, you have a diagnosis, but what that's making you use your body different ways or how you're using your body different ways creates pain that's not related to your diagnosis. And I can help you with those things to lower that stress. And when that's lowered, your brain is more calm, you can sleep better. When that's lowered, your brain is more calm, so it's not quite as triggered by diagnosis pain. And so I work with people with movement and positioning and doing things in a different way that's not going to cause stress to the body and unwinding some of the stress that's in the body.
That's really good. That's definitely needed and very, very, very helpful. That's very knowledgeable. The way you wrote that down. Thank you for that, for sure. Can you tell us where to find you as far as who you are, but also your therapy sessions, all like where you at?
Where am I at? I am online because I work with people virtually. So if you want to reach out to me about mobility and moving and reducing pain on a specific spot, let's have a conversation. And you can hit me up on Facebook, Stephanie Queeny, or you can also use that last moniker thing of Move More Than Not. Any social platform that I'm on, type in the beginning of it, Move More Than Not. If I'm there, you found me.
Come on, Gabe, can you put that on the screen, please? Because that's really good information. Yeah. How there's so many things that are not related to that one, where there's so many things that are related to that one trigger that we don't even know about. We're focusing on that one small thing, but there's such a bigger picture, just like the example that you used with the giraffe. I thought that you gotta look at everything. Don't just look at that one little thing. That's good. Please follow and connect with Queeny at www.movemorethan not.com. On Facebook, Move More Than Not. Her name on Facebook is Stephanie Queeny. Ciao. Yep. Please follow her.
And what you just said there at the end, as far as stepping back and looking at things, my flagship program is a journal club where we sit down for 20 days and start tracking and noticing and learning this skill of how to be our own body whisperer and climb giraffes and see these things.
Oh, that's good. Yes, I definitely I love that. I love that so much. It's definitely needed in our community for sure. Please, everyone, go follow www thank you dot movement
Move more than not.
Child, I was about to say movement. That don't say movement, and you got your glasses on. Movemorethannot.com. Her website and on Facebook, and also her Facebook, her personal Facebook page is Stephanie Queeny. Thank you so much, Miss Stephanie Queeny, for gracing the stage. I really do appreciate it.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it so much. But before you go, we got it. Before you go, question. I don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. Gabe is the only one that knows. I know. My heart is beating too. My heart is beating so fast. Gabe,
Earn your
what's
30
the
cents
question?
back.
I know. Okay, what's the
Earn your
question?
30 cents back, Gabe.
Would you rather never get lost again or never lose your balance again? Ooh.
I'm going to go with lose your balance
Thank
because
you.
I have a gravity problem. I don't have a lost problem because I enjoy everywhere I end up and how I make it happen and getting back and finding and going and all of that. So there's never a loss for
Never lost.
me in my perspective. But man, I've hit the ground a lot.
Okay, thank you. Because mine is never a loss. And first of all, we have phones. So AI is at an all-time high. So you ain't never
Yeah.
gonna get lost. That's one. Two, I am a high fall risk. So if I can keep my balance, my God, that would be amazing. I would be jumping, hopping, skipping, doing backflips.
The
and
nurse said one time, she goes, I like the pink in your hair there. And I'm like, no, that's blood. I just cracked my head open. That's blood. That's not pink
man,
highlights.
if I cannot lose my balance, that would be great. Well, thank you again so much, Stephanie, for
Oh,
gracing the stage. Gabe's gonna put you in the back. Don't log off though. Appreciate you, girl. Thank you. I told y'all she done raised the bar and she gave y'all nuggets. Boom, 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 boom. Don't focus on the little baby thing. Y'all need to go on a giraffe. That's the whole message. Get on a giraffe. Don't just grab the toenail. Get on a giraffe. Look up. Look to the heels. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for gracing the stage. I really appreciate it. The information that you gave us was great, but more than that, your journey is amazing. You don't look like nothing that you just said. Girl, a whole brain injury where? When? What year? My God. Just and this is why I love this show because you never know what you're gonna get. And life is like a box of chocolates, you hear me? You just never know. And I love just hearing the stories of what people are dealing with or have overcome and how they're also sharing their life's journey with other people, how they're helping with other people with it, with dealing with this stuff. My God. And we're grateful for that. Thank you again, Stephanie. Really appreciate it. All right, so let's get into the what? Church announcements. If you or someone that you know is comfortable with sharing their story and they want to be a guest on the show, holla at me. If you listen, if you want to be a part of the top 10 community, because as you could tell, Stephanie just raised it up 3 notches. So if you want to be a part of the top 10 community, let me know. Here's the disclaimer. This is most important. Look at the thank you. Look at the whole picture. Most important, don't hit me up. Or if you know someone, tell them, don't hit me up talking about your elbow hurt. Talking about you got a paper cut. Talking about you done ran to the wall. Turn on the light, get some Neosporin, and get some glasses. Okay? We deal with real life stuff over here. If you want to be a top tier, you gotta deal with some stuff for real, for real. I don't want to be having no show that's only 12 seconds. What we gonna be talking about? Your elbow hurt. What? Get Stephanie just told you. You worry about the wrong thing. You see her for the massage therapy. Work out them joints. Mother D. Also, next Tuesday, we are live at 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Central Time, and 9 p.m. Eastern. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for seeing what we're talking about. Thank y'all for just saying, like, girl, what? What you want? I appreciate it because you guys could be doing literally any and everything else. But I appreciate you taking this hour to see what we talking about. All right. I love y'all. Don't log off. Don't listen. Don't you log off though, because I don't. I'm gonna be out, but don't you. Okay, I love y'all because I need a piece of chicken. I mean, my guests are too fly to pass by. Bars. Yo, that was good. My guests are too fly to pass by. Domo, you done did it again. Good night. I mean, you can't even keep up with yourself at this point. Gosh, that was good. My guests are too fly to pass by. That was top tier, is all I'm saying. Thank